Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Chucho, and I have something for us today. All right, I'm actually going to be showing us something that I did a few days ago. Yeah, I call it a little bit of practice. All right, so it's not it's not something too big. So it's something you can actually apply to your designs. Yeah, and yeah, I'm actually be showing us two things today. Yeah, I think I'll be designing one for like a responsive card, and the other one is going to be a little bit of animation so you can add to your designs too. So basically it's going to be like a background kind of effect. All right, so maybe I'll just go right into it, but first of all I am actually going to warn you. All right, before you design things, all right, I need you to ask questions. For instance, you need to look at the designers or the developers you have rather, and ask them, show them your ideas, tell them what you feel about this. If they can actually achieve it, right? Fine. But if you're designing for designing purpose, all right, cool. But please do not design what people can't develop. They will just leave you and just run away. All right. So just helping you out and make sure you just pay attention to what I'm going to do today. All right, and it will help you soon. And please, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, I beg it's the time now. I'm going to tell you, please click on the subscribe button below and also the notification bell. So whenever I have a new content posted on YouTube, you can just go in there and start searching about it and learn from there. All right, so we're going to be diving right to the design now. See you soon. All right, guys. So now back to the design. All right. So I just created a couple of boxes here. As you can see, a couple of rectangles here that I'm actually just going to fill pictures in. So and I have my Unsplash plugin already launched here. So just in a few minutes, I'm just going to fill all these things up with random pictures, and we'll continue from there. So guys, welcome back. I have everything here sorted out and I wouldn't be needing this anymore. So I'm just going to end this here. All right. So then the next thing now, I would want to, take this out here. So let's replace that here and this. So for now, this is the frame 1920 by 180. All right. So this is the frame you're going to be using for the design. So for now, let's go back to this aspect here. All right. So this is a group already. I already made it a group and I named it background images. So the next thing I also want to do is to duplicate this. So I'm just going to hold my Alt key, then drag this out here. Right, so first of all, the spacing between these images from here to this side is actually 11. So I'm just going to make them also to be 11 for consistency. All right, so then the next thing I want to do is to, you know, select the both of them, right, and place them in a frame. So I'm just going to hold my Control, Alternate, and G, right, to make them a frame. Then the next thing I want to hold also my Control and drag the frame to be this size here because this is the actual size of the screen already we'll be using. So taking it down to this part here. Yeah, I hope I'm correct. All right, so I'm just going to drag it out here. Yeah, this is the size here. All right, so I have this. Then I'm just going to do clip contents. All right, so now in that case, the other part of it is hidden. So the next thing I want to do is to duplicate this frame also. Now this is where the trick is. So um, let me just take this out here for a little bit more space. All right, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to select this frame here and press enter to select the element inside the frame. So if you want to select everything inside the frame but not selecting the frame itself, just click on the main frame and click press enter on your keyboard. So it selects only what is inside the frame. So you can do whatever I want to do with it without affecting the frame itself. So now I have everything here selected. You can see the extended lines here to show that I actually selected the elements inside there. All right, so I just want to hold my shift key and my backward arrow to move those contents this way. Yeah, I think around here is nice. All right, so now I think I have that in mind. Then the next thing I want to do is to make these two frames um, I'm going to create component of the two of them. So I think this spacing is too big or it's too small rather. I'm just going to widen these things up a little bit. All right, so now we have this. So the next thing I want to do now is I'm just going to go right into prototyping. All right, guys. So on this design here on the prototype, what I just want to do is I'm going to make it. I'm just going to make the slider. All right, it's going to be like a slider moving from left to right and from right to left. So if I'm just going to get this correctly, then the prototype needs to be correct. All right. So the next thing I want to do now is I'm just going to select this first frame here, and I'm just going to drag this node to the next frame. And dragging it, I'm just going to change it to I want it to be after delay and not on click, so that it actually goes automatically by itself. Then I'm just going to change this to 100 milliseconds. Is that so much? All right, I think that's fine for now. Then the next thing, um, I'm going to make it smart animate. YouTube has this, sorry, Figma has this idea of monitoring your frames and your elements inside the frame. So in that way, it helps you do whatever you want to do seamlessly. All right, so now I have this selected, and I'm just going to change this to 6,000 because I want it to be a bit slower. Then I'll change this to easy ease out. All right, so I'm just going to return the favor also. Select this here and drag it back to this part here. Then I'm just going to do the same thing for it. So after delay, 100 millisecond, and here 6,000. So the next thing I want to do now is I'm just going to take this inside here, put my Alt key and drag it out. This is what I want to do. So I'm just going to take this and place it inside my frame. So then place this in the middle. Right. So I think I would want to make the background itself to be black. So I don't want it white, so I'm just gonna make it black. All right. So I think that's cool for now. Then we're just gonna test our prototype to see how it is. All right. So let's test it and see. All right, guys. So this is the result of the animation, and you can see how smoothly it's going. So that's for this particular example. So guys, now we're going to discuss the responsive design. All right, so we want to do something like this, okay, and also something like this. All right, and also this. Um, so this is what we're going to be doing. All right, so let's just start with this one right here. So the first things first, I already have these things that I did here, and I kept it for this tutorial purpose. Right. So what I did here is just I actually have two different contents here, and I actually placed them on an auto layout. Right. So selecting this and selecting that, then using my control command, my shift and A key to make it an auto layout. All right. So now down to this. You might actually be wondering why this is like this. All right, so we see this kind of design a lot, so I'm just going to show you the best way to do it for it to be responsive. All right, so I have them all here created, and I'm just going to select them and use my shortcut shift A to make it auto layout. So now I want everything to be responsive. So if you notice, if I do like this, there's no movement here. So that is because I didn't give this an instruction. So the next thing I want to do now is for it to be responsive. I will go to my right hand panel here, and I'll be selecting here. Instead of packed, I'll be using the space in between, or sorry, space between rather. So now this helps me to shrink my stuffs and place layers on top of layers. That's what space between does. Right. So testing, you see now that it's actually working perfectly. So you can place it wherever we want to do it. All right. So now it's here. So let's just leave it around this area. Then I'm just going to select this frame, the both frames, and I'm going to use my command, sorry, my shortcut again, which is Shift plus A. All right, so now they're now in an auto layout. So I'm just going to expand this a bit from my right hand panel here. Let me give it to this size around here. Then I think this is fine. Now I'm just going to fill it with white. Okay. And also then let me just give it a border radius of around 10. So this is fine. So I think if I try that now, it's not going to respond because I still didn't give it an option since I have actually made all of them an auto layout. Remember that they were all in individual auto layouts. Now, since they're now in auto layouts together, which is this group and this group, I still need to give them the instructions also. So now the next thing I want to do is go back to that place and still select the space in between again, space between rather. And when I do that and do this, it says response to the movement. All right. So just like how this one also does. So that's that about this. So I'm just going to be moving to the next one right about now. All right, guys. So now we are here to start this. So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to start with the picture. So I'm just going to give it an auto layout. All right. So this is where we work the magic. Auto layout is just a beautiful thing. So I'm just going to give it a border radius of 10. All right. So maybe I want to increase the size a bit. I think okay, this should be fine. All right, so now what I love to do is once I design, I test to see what I am actually doing. All right, so I'm just going to test this because I want everything to be responsive. So you can see that the picture isn't responsive right now. So what next thing I want to do is I'm just going to change this to fill container. So whenever I expand this, the picture also responds to it. All right, so you can see what I mean now. All right, so the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to grab this text here and also this one here. I'm just going to move it up a bit. And I'm just going to put on auto layouts. So now they're on auto layouts, then I'll just take them and place them inside the frame. All right, so then I will test again to see how it is. All right, so the picture is still responsive, but the text are not responsive. So what I want to do now, I'm just going to make this fill container, okay? Then also select them individually inside because I want even the text to also respond to this. So I'm just going to change this also to fill container. Then same thing here, fill container. All right, so then I'm going to try again. So you can see now that they are both responding. So then I also have this group here. All right, this is just a group of a picture and a text, and also this sign here. So what I want to do now, I'm just going to select the two of them and also put them on auto layouts. Now, on this particular part here, if I move this, it doesn't respond. So this brings me back to that option I told us about, the space between. So it helps me drag and expand. All right. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to put it inside this also. So then I test again. So you see now that this bottom here isn't responding. So I also want to try and make this responsive, that even when I expand this downwards, all right, it also responds, especially this particular element here. So I'm just going to try that again. Then the next thing I want to do now is I'm going to select the both of this and I'm going to put them on auto layout also. Then I would give them, let them fill the whole container, all right. Okay, then also I would also make this here a space in between option also, I think. Then I will try again and see if it is responding. All right, so this is responsive here. So what about when I expand it from this particular part here? Okay, now this might be responsive but it's not anymore. Then I have to fix that. So next thing I want to do is I'm just going to select this thing inside again and also make individual of them um, work. So just give me a minute. So I'm making this fill container and also this fill container, and that should do it. Yeah. So that's that on the responsive cards and the design. So hope you love this tutorial. Please just make sure you try them out and see how it works for you. All right, if there's any question, if there's specific request you want us to do, so just send it on the comment section and tell me what you think about this. And hope I see you next time. Please do not forget to subscribe and also share and also like, and we'll continue to design later. Thank you very much and nice having you one more time. Bye for now. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. And please, if you have any question, please leave it in the comment section and make sure to subscribe. And if you have any other suggestions to give to us, please do. And thanks, and see you next time. Bye bye.